today. Ladies and gentlemen, Badfinger.
They had talent, they had hits, and they had something no other band could claim, the personal blessing of the Beatles. But behind the shimmering melodies and jangling guitars lay a story of betrayal, heartbreak, and one of the most tragic falls in rock history. This is the rise and fall of Badfinger. The story begins in the early 1960s in Swansea, Wales, with a band called the Iveys. Like countless young groups at the time, they were captivated by the British invasion and dreamed of making it big. Their lineup included Pete Ham, a gifted songwriter with a voice that could swing from sweet to soulful, along with bassist Ron Griffiths, guitarist David Jenkins, and drummer Mike Gibbons. In 1967, guitarist and vocalist Tom Evans joined the group, adding rich harmonies and a knack for heartfelt songwriting that would later help craft some of their most enduring tracks. They played cover songs in pubs, slowly slipping in originals, the kind of shimmering pop tunes that hinted at something more. By 1968, fate, or rather the Beatles, came calling. Mal Evans, the Beatles' trusted roadie and fixer, caught their set and was impressed. He told them he'd pass their name on to Apple Records, the new Beatles-owned label. Apple Records was supposed to be a utopia for musicians, a place where artistry came first, not corporate profit. Paul McCartney himself took a personal interest in the Iveys. Soon after, they became the first non-Beatles band signed to the label. There was just one problem. The Iveys wasn't exactly a chart-busting name. Under Apple's guidance, they rebranded as Badfinger, a name supposedly inspired by the Beatles' inside joke about a working title for With a Little Help from My Friends, called Badfinger Boogie. Then came their golden ticket. Paul McCartney wrote them a song, Come and Get It, a perfect slice of Beatles-esque pop. McCartney even produced it, instructing them to copy his demo exactly. Released in 1969, it became an instant international hit, climbing to the top 10 on both sides of the Atlantic. Badfinger had officially arrived. If Come and Get It was their calling card, what came next was proof they could stand on their own. In 1970, No Matter What, a ham-penned rocker blasted into the charts. Its crunchy guitars and soaring chorus made it a power pop classic. Then came Day After Day in 1971, produced by George Harrison himself, complete with Harrison's signature slide guitar alongside Ham. And there was Baby Blue, a bittersweet rocker that would later find immortality in the final scene of Breaking Bad. Oh, and one more, a little ballad called Without You. Though Badfinger's own version wasn't a hit, it became a global smash when covered by Harry Nilsson in 1971, and again by Mariah Carey in the 90s. Badfinger had the songs, the connections, and the momentum. What could possibly go wrong? Enter Stan Polly, an American businessman who promised the band financial security and bigger opportunities. In reality, Polly's contracts funneled most of the money away from the band and into, well, let's just say not their pockets. Despite having multiple hit singles and selling millions of records, the members of Badfinger were living under constraint financially. The dream of Apple Records was also collapsing. The Beatles' own split left the label in chaos, and Badfinger's releases became tangled in legal disputes. By 1975, they signed with Warner Brothers, hoping for a fresh start. Instead, a dispute between Warner and Polly led to their album being pulled from shelves just weeks after release. The band couldn't access royalties, gigs dried up, bills piled high. On April 24th, 1975, just 3 days before his 28th birthday, Pete Ham took his own life. He left a note, calling Polly a soulless bastard and lamenting the destruction of everything the band had worked for. Badfinger tried to carry on with new members, but the magic and the trust was gone. In 1983, history repeated itself when Tom Evans, still haunted by the band's past and disputes over royalties, also died by suicide. two of the band's core creative forces were gone, and the shadow of the story became inseparable from the music. For decades, Badfinger's legacy sat in the uneasy place between cult favourite and cautionary tale. And then, in 2013, something unexpected happened. The final scene of Breaking Bad, one of TV's most acclaimed shows, played out to the sound of Baby Blue. Within hours, the song shot to the top of iTunes. A new generation discovered the brilliance of Badfinger. Today, their music is celebrated by fans, critics, and fellow musicians alike. Bands from the Bangles to Cheap Trick have cited them as an influence. And through documentaries, reissues, and tribute concerts, the name Badfinger is slowly being lifted from the shadow of tragedy. Badfinger's story is more than just a rock tragedy. It's a reminder of the fragile line between success and ruin in the music business. They had the songs, they had the talent, they even had the Beatles in their corner. What they didn't have was protection from the darker side of the industry. But if you listen to No Matter What, day after day, Baby Blue, or Without You, you'll hear it. That spark, that promise, that pure, aching beauty that no crooked contract could ever take away. And maybe that's the part of Badfinger that will live forever. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this insight into one of rock's saddest stories. Hit like, share and subscribe, and write in the comments any videos you'd like to see from me in the future. This is Signals of Sound, tuning out.